A Heartless Goodbye. Written and copyright by A.A. Castor. Welcome, everyone, to A.A. Castor Book Club. Today's story is A Heartless Goodbye. Prepare yourselves for a gripping and emotional journey, where love, betrayal, and despair intertwine in a haunting narrative. In this story, we explore the depths of a fractured relationship and the devastating consequences of unrequited love. Join us as we delve into the raw emotions and turbulent events that lead to a heart-wrenching conclusion. Brace yourselves for a tale that will leave you questioning the boundaries of love and the lengths one might go to for reconciliation. Scene 1. The Breakup. Interior apartment night. The apartment is dimly lit, casting long shadows on the walls. The room is cluttered, reflecting the tension and chaos of the evening. The air is thick with the scent of dinner left uneaten and the faint smell of alcohol. Jack, a man in his late 20s with short brown hair and a lean build, paces the floor. His face is etched with frustration and pain. Across from him stands Emma, his girlfriend of 2 years. Emma is in her mid-20s, with long, blonde hair and piercing blue eyes. Her arms are crossed defensively over her chest, her expression cold and unyielding. Jack, we've been together for 2 years, Emma. 2 years. And now, you're just walking away. Emma, I'm sorry, Jack. It's not working anymore. I need something different, something you can't give me. The tension in the room is palpable. The once cozy apartment now feels like a battleground. Jack's eyes search Emma's face for any sign of the woman he fell in love with, but all he sees is a stranger. Jack, but we can work on it. We can fix this if we try. Why won't you help me fix our relationship? Emma, I've made up my mind. This is over. Jack's heart shatters at her words. He clenches his fists, trying to hold back the tears threatening to spill over. Scene 2. The New Relationship. Exterior park day. A week has passed. The park is vibrant with life, families playing, and couples walking hand in hand. Jack sits on a bench, his eyes vacant as he stares out at the lake. The sun shines brightly, but he feels only darkness. In the distance, he sees Emma walking hand in hand with another man. Mark. Mark is tall and handsome, with dark hair and a confident stride. They laugh and talk, completely absorbed in each other. Jack's heart sinks as he realizes she's moved on so quickly. Interior, coffee shop, day. The coffee shop is bustling with activity. The smell of freshly brewed coffee fills the air, mingling with the sound of chatter and the clinking of cups. Jack enters, spotting Emma and Mark sitting at a table by the window. They are laughing, their heads close together. Jack's chest tightens with a mix of anger and sadness as he approaches them, his emotions barely in check. Jack, Emma, why didn't you try to help me fix our relationship? Why did you give up so easily? Emma looks up, her smile fading. She glances at Mark before turning her cold gaze to Jack. Emma, Jack, I told you it's over. I found someone who makes me happy. Jack, but we had something special. Why didn't you even try? Emma, because I didn't want to. Jack, I love Mark now. I never loved you. I was just using you. Jack's world crumbles at her words. He stands there, feeling like the ground has been ripped from under him. Mark looks at Jack with a mixture of pity and irritation. Mark, hey man, it's over. You need to move on. Scene 3. The Final Confrontation. Interior coffee shop later. The coffee shop is still busy, the atmosphere lively. Jack stands frozen, his mind reeling. He watches as Emma and Mark return to their conversation, completely ignoring him. The weight of their dismissal hits him hard. He turns and leaves the coffee shop, his mind a whirlwind of thoughts. Exterior Jack's apartment night. Jack sits on the steps outside his apartment, a bottle of whiskey in his hand. The night is cool, the stars twinkling overhead. He takes a swig from the bottle, the alcohol burning his throat but doing little to numb the pain. His phone buzzes with messages from friends checking in on him, but he ignores them. His focus is solely on Emma and the heartbreak she has caused. Interior, Jack's apartment later. Jack stumbles into his apartment, the bottle of whiskey nearly empty. The apartment is dark, save for the faint glow of the city lights filtering through the windows. He collapses onto the couch, his mind drifting to memories of happier times with Emma. Laughter, kisses, late-night talks. He clutches his head, trying to push the memories away, but they keep flooding back. Interior, coffee shop, next day. The coffee shop is bustling with the morning rush. The smell of fresh pastries and coffee fills the air. Jack walks in, his face haggard and eyes bloodshot. He spots Emma and Mark sitting in their usual spot. His heart races as he approaches them, his hands trembling. Jack, Emma, please, just come back to me. We can fix this. Emma looks up, her expression cold and unfeeling. Emma, no, Jack. I don't want you. I never did. You don't have the guts to do anything. Jack's hands shake as tears stream down his face. He reaches into his jacket, pulling out a gun. The coffee shop falls silent, customers and staff frozen in fear. Jack, if you won't love me, I'll end my life right here. Emma laughs, her voice cutting through the tension like a knife. Emma, go ahead, Jack. You don't have the guts. Scene 4. The tragic end. In a heart-wrenching moment, Jack pulls the trigger. The sound of the gunshot echoes through the coffee shop, followed by the sickening thud of Jack's body hitting the floor. Blood pools around his head, the horror of the scene gripping everyone present. Screams and gasps fill the air as customers scramble to escape the coffee shop. Emma and Mark sit frozen, their faces pale with shock. Exterior, coffee shop, day. The police and paramedics arrive, the scene chaotic with flashing lights and sirens. Jack's body is covered with a white sheet, a stark contrast to the blood-stained floor. Emma and Mark are questioned by the police, their faces blank with disbelief. Scene 5, the aftermath. Interior, Jack's family home, day. Jack's funeral is a somber affair. His family stands by his grave, their faces marked by grief and anger. The sky is overcast, mirroring the sadness that hangs in the air. They turn their gaze toward Emma, who stands at a distance with Mark, seemingly unaffected. Jack's mother, how could you do this to him? How could you use him and throw him away like that? Emma, I didn't make him do anything. It's not my fault. Jack's father, you destroyed him. You played with his feelings and pushed him to this. Jack's brother, you have no idea what you've done. You killed him. Scene 6, the final retribution. Interior, Emma's apartment, night. Emma and Mark are in Emma's apartment, discussing the day's events. The atmosphere is tense, but Emma remains indifferent. The room is dimly lit, the shadows casting an eerie glow on their faces. Emma, I don't see why his family is blaming me. It's not like I pulled the trigger. Suddenly, the door is forced open, and Jack's family storms in, their faces contorted with rage. Emma and Mark jump up, their faces filled with shock and fear. Jack's brother, you ruined his life, and now you'll pay for it. A violent struggle ensues, with Jack's family attacking Emma. The scene is chaotic and brutal. Emma tries to defend herself, but she is overpowered. The anger and pain of Jack's family are unleashed upon her, leading to a tragic end. Mark tries to intervene but is quickly subdued. Fade out. Epilogue. The price of heartlessness. Exterior, cemetery, day. A small, neglected grave lies in a corner of the cemetery. The gravestone reads, Emma Smith, a life taken by heartlessness. The wind blows softly, rustling the leaves of a nearby tree. A sense of somber reflection hangs in the air, a reminder of the consequences of emotional cruelty and the tragic ripple effects it can have on everyone's lives. Fade out. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. If you enjoyed the story and would like to hear more, please share this podcast with your friends and rate it on your favorite podcast platform. Don't forget to visit my website at www.tonyc.info for more content, updates, and exclusive behind-the-scenes insights. This podcast is mainly supported by listeners like you. If you want to help keep the stories coming, consider supporting me on Patreon at www.patreon.com/JTAC. Even just $1 a month makes a huge difference and helps me continue to create the content you love. Thank you again for listening. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, stay safe and keep exploring the unknown.